The finish line is in sight. You've created an FBA batch, selected LTL with the Pack Last option, and made your way through Find It, Plan It, and Box It. All that's left is the Ship It step. If you haven't done so already, click Next on the Box It screen. Select the day you plan to hand your shipment over to the carrier as the ship date, then hit Confirm. Your confirmed shipment option from Plan It will appear in the center of the screen. All you really need to pay attention to is the Placement Option Inspector on the right. This is divided into sections for each of your shipments. Let's focus on Shipment 1. If you didn't print your box labels during the Box It step, you'll want to handle that now. This will be quick and easy if you used Packing ID labels. Simply hit Print Box Labels to get every label for this shipment at once. Next, find the Shipment ID and Box It box number near the center of each label. The Shipment ID starts with FBA, while the box number you're looking for is the letter B followed by a number. These will match your Packing ID labels. Apply the box label to the box with the right Packing ID and you'll be all set. It's important to note that the box X of Y number at the top of the label will almost never match the number from Box It. Always ignore this number and rely on the code in the center of your label. If all of the boxes in the shipment are identical, you can safely apply the box labels in any order. When submitting box contents with feeds, you can only do this if they are all identical in weight, dimension, and contents. They only need to have identical contents for batches using 2D barcodes or identical weights and dimensions for batches with box contents off. Labeling your boxes in Ship It is a bit more work if you have unique boxes with no packing IDs on them. If you have box contents turned on, click on the number in the Units column. This will show you the title, FN SKU, image, and quantity of each item in that box. Once you've identified the box with the matching contents, you can print and apply its label. If you have box contents off with unique boxes and you didn't use Packing ID labels during Box It, there's still hope. You can correctly match your labels to the right boxes if all the boxes have unique weights. Use the print options to download the labels and you should see the box weights at the top of each label. Note that sometimes the weight won't appear at first, in which case you'll just need to give it a moment and then download the label again. You can then apply each label to the box with the matching weight. If you can't match labels to boxes with any of the methods we've covered, the only way to be 100% sure is to close and restore your batch. That will bring you back to the end of Find It. See our video Closing and Restoring a Batch for instructions, and be sure to print your Packing ID labels during Box It. Now that the box labels are dealt with, it's time to enter your pallet info. With your boxes labeled, you can safely palletize your boxes if you have not done so already. Make sure they are divided into the correct shipments. You can use the On Pallet checkboxes to keep track of which pallet is where, but this is optional. Once your boxes are placed on the pallets, you can wrap them and measure each pallet's true height and weight. You can ignore the freight class for now. Simply fill in the height and weight of each pallet, then set the Stackable field to yes or no as appropriate. Repeat this process across all your shipments. If any shipment needs more than one pallet, use the New Pallet button to add more. Once you have all your boxes labeled and all your pallet details entered, hit Get Shipment Costs. The page will take a moment to load. When it's done, you'll generally have the lowest cost partnered carrier pre-selected. If so, you'll have a new timer in the lower right showing that you only have about 20 minutes until your partnered freight options expire. Select the Carrier field if you'd like to see your alternatives. Hit the X on the right, then click into the Type to Select a Carrier field. This will reveal all available options. Partnered carriers appear at the top of this list and display their prices. No prices will be shown for non-partnered carriers, and you'll need to work with them directly to see their costs. If you go with a partnered carrier, the freight class field will not be required. It will be set to NA automatically. If you choose a non-partner carrier, you won't have to worry about a 20-minute time limit, but you will need to provide additional info. Be sure to select the correct freight class for each shipment now. You'll also need to get your bill of lading with your PRO numbers from the carrier before you can continue. Once you have it, enter the PRO number for each pallet. When you finish entering the details for a pallet, you can print your labels immediately. Just hit Print Pallet Labels to download them. But if time is running out until your selection expires, you can save this step for later. Hit Purchase Labels once all fields are filled in. Check Accept All Fees and Shipment Charges, then click Purchase All Shipping Labels. At last, your shipment is finalized and the countdown is over. You just need to complete the last couple steps before your carrier arrives to pick up your pallets. After a few moments, you'll see all your options for printing labels and documents. All that's left is to label your pallets and, if you're using a partner carrier, print your bill of lading. Hit Print Pallet Labels. You can then click Print All Pallet Labels to print everything at once. Alternatively, you can use the checkboxes and the Print Pallet Labels button to work with one pallet at a time. You'll receive 4 labels per pallet. Place them outside the plastic wrap on each of the 4 vertical sides of your pallet as required by Amazon. Make sure the shipment ID shown on the pallet labels matches the ID shown on your box labels. Finally, click Print Bill of Lading if possible. If it's grayed out, you will have to wait for it to become available. This will be no later than the morning of your ship date. Whether you have your bill of lading or not, you can safely close the batch by clicking Close this batch. If you need to print or reprint anything after the batch has been closed, go to Shipments in the lower left corner of the screen. Click on your batch and you'll see buttons for printing your labels, packing lists, and bill of lading on the right. Congratulations on completing your Pack Last LTL batch. Now that you know the ropes, you'll be able to ship your pallets to Amazon quickly and efficiently.